The Northerners don't care. Look at these ladies. I think they've been celebrating hard. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you? It's a beauteous day in this beautyhood. A beautiful day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please won't you be my neighbor? Thank you, Darla. I love this top too. Like these ladies. They're coming from up north. There's a song that just comes to mind when I see them. She's bad, mama chama. Just as fine as she can be. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome from Fort Myers Beach. Hello, Janet. Hello, my friends. It's a beautiful beach day. It's a little bit on the windy, chilly side, but that's okay. We're still happy. We're still having fun. We're in paradise. So here's an unfortunate situation. I will show this to you. So if you are not used to going to the beach and you need some lessons in beach etiquette, here's the #1 rule right here. Never, ever, ever have a picnic at the beach and leave your food unattended, or the rats will come and get it. And these rats have wings. They're cute, they sound wonderful, but they're still rats with wings. So, and this is just the end. They've eaten everything. I watched them. I got video of it. You know I did. And then here's the thing about Fort Myers. Tell me if I'm wrong, but is this not the prettiest seaweed you ever saw? Look at those colors. Like, that is just gorgeous. The seaweed on the other coast is not pretty like this. Hi, Maverick. It is a beautiful, beautiful beach. Fort Myers Beach. Just 3 years ago, so much devastation from Hurricane Ian. It was a very bad situation. But they're recovering. They're not completely recovered, but every little thing gonna be all right. Good old Fort Myers. Hi, Terry. Yes, it's so colorful. Look at this. How do we get seaweed in hues of pink and beige and light green? It's so gorgeous. It's not just me, right? Yeah, it sure has come a long way in the past 3 years. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Sue. I mean, Tori Sue to you. something else, Fort Myers Beach. Like, the beach is so soft you can literally ride bikes on it. This sand is a lot like Siesta Key sand. You know, there aren't a lot of beaches you can ride bikes on. How cool is that? How beautiful is that? I've had a wonderful day. I actually reconnected with an old classmate. We literally went to school together since 5th grade. And so she is retired with her husband, and she'll be living down here as a snowbird. I am super excited about that. More friends to add to the secret sauce that is life. And you know, it's funny, she says to me, you know, who from high school do you still hang out with or do you know about? I'll tell you what, I know everybody. When you're friends with me, friends for life. Unless you do something that makes me think I don't want you in my life anymore. I kick people out too, but that's called discernment. Right, Nicole? How are you doing? Not a lot of beaches you can drive on, like NSB. Is that, what's NSB, Tori Sue? I know that you can drive on the beach all the way up in Daytona. But right now, Dave, I am at Fort Myers Beach. It's gorgeous, isn't it? We're looking at sunset in about an hour and a half. And the sun is starting to come down in the sky. Thank you, Maverick. Hey, Tyreek, please like and subscribe. New Smyrna Beach, exactly, Tori Sue. I love that place. We'll be going back there for sure. Absolutely. So nobody wants to wear a swimsuit except for those girls back there because they're clearly not Floridians. Everybody from Florida thinks that it's too cold to wear a bathing suit or to go in the water. We're not going in the water. Although the water's really not that cold. The water's probably, here, I'll walk in the water so you can see. I'll take a walk with these cute little birds. I think they are called terns, T-E-R-N-S. But correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys know everything. Look how cute they are. All right, I'm in the water and it's beautiful. Hey Beverly, this is Fort Myers Beach. Thank you, Paul. It's one of my favorite hats, actually. So I've had a very emotional day when I drive across the state of Florida. It always reminds me of my husband. Wild Florida. I don't drive on Alligator Alley or any highways. I take all the back roads. I see the cows. Can you guys hear okay? I know it's a little windy there. I see the cows. I see the sugarcane fields. I see the sod farms. I see the horses. I don't know what you're having for dinner, Tyreek. I don't often eat dinner. But I did have a delightful day with my old schoolmate, and she made me realize how close I am to everybody I went to high school with. That was such a long time ago. Oh, here's something crazy. You know, it looks disgusting, but it really is just a sea creature. I think that is a big jellyfish, actually, or maybe part of a fish. I don't know. I don't touch things like that. Oh, here's another one. It's a jellyfish. They're washing up on the beach. That's what jellyfish do. They wash up on the beach. And these sharp, I think these are abalone shells. They're very sharp at the inside. They're very beautiful. Anybody has any more information about them? They're really cool. Tyreek is hungry for lobster and crab. Well, I don't go fishing, so like here's one of those things, and it looks like it's kind of open. I don't know, it doesn't look like anything that I would want to get involved with. Oh, and here's a sweet little shell. It's not a conch shell, but it looks like there is something alive in there. I say that maybe because of the water that it's in. It's cute though, isn't it? We're shelling, don't you know? Here's another one. Little mini conch shells. This coast is wonderful for finding shells and ancient teeth of sharks. Shark's teeth around here. People will look for shark's teeth. They're triangular. I don't know. I'm always moving too fast to look for things. Like here's more of these things again. Just always stuff on the beach. It all washes up. It's so beautiful. So we're on a Monday afternoon, almost Monday evening. Yes, it's so peaceful. We're in Fort Myers, Florida. This is a very shallow water here. Here, let's walk into it. Woo, we're walking in the water. I take you to the beach. You never know what beach you're gonna go to. And today we are in Fort Myers. Oh, the water's beautiful actually. It's just perfect temperature. Yes, Tyreek, I lost my husband. Just as long as the hurricane, he died the day after the hurricane that decimated Fort Myers, Florida, more than 3 years ago. For instance, you see this house? Like it's still boarded up. Still boarded up. And here's another house here. They're finally rebuilding. That's good. And then you look over here and you see this house made it through the hurricane. But then you see next to it, all these empty lots, they all had houses on them, every single one. This beach was very built up. All the way to that blue house, every single house. There were probably maybe 6 or 7 houses lost right there on the beach. And then next to the blue house, more houses didn't make it. Thank you, real term. The hurricane was end of September of 2022. And quite a few people lost their lives, and even more people lost their homes. It was a devastating hurricane. Wow, look at this big jellyfish. Ooh, that's a nasty one. My goodness, looks like it's been eating shrimp or something. Gross. I don't know, some people had insurance, but everybody pretty much, they got screwed. I won't step on it, don't worry. I live here. I'm always concerned about where I step. You better believe that. I do live near the beach. And since this is the beach report, I make it my business to go to the beach every day that I can. And different beaches all over Florida. This is Fort Myers Beach. Who doesn't love the beach? Fort Myers Beach, the water is very calm today. The temperature is probably in the upper 70s, mid 70s right now. And one of the things I like to do on the beach report is to get you guys to feel like you are also here. Suspend all belief and listen to the sound of the waves and the wind, and look at the sun shining on the water as it gets ready to set. See the birds, the seagulls, palm trees, the children playing in the water. There's always something in the water. There are sharks in the water. There's dolphins in the water. They're all out there. You just can't see them until they jump out, which they do from time to time. The seagulls scream, sounds like little kids, but it's just birds. Because most of the children at the beach are smiling and laughing and happy. The beach is a happy place for children. Most of the time. There are visitors from all over the world here. Hi, George. Yeah, we've got it. We've got the sun getting ready to set. The Pacific Ocean is a whole different situation, Simi, isn't it? No, there's that disgusting blob of goo. Florida beaches. This is the Gulf of America, but Florida beaches are very beautiful. This is my 11th anniversary of moving to Florida. I couldn't be happier. This is Fort Myers Beach, Gigi. Always careful where we step. In fact, right now there's a little shell between my toes. How did that happen? It's a little bit stinky here all of a sudden, too. You know, Tyreek, I imagine it's very different to be in the Navy on the water out in the ocean. That's so different from being on the beach. I mean, I've been on a cruise and it's just not the same. It's like the beach is a different place. The ocean's a little scary. Madeira. Where is Madeira? Big bugs all over Florida, Magoo. Yeah, isn't that sunshine just delicious? And then look at all these little shells. You do a little shelling with me. I don't really take shells, I take pictures. Oh, look at that's a nice one. That's a beautiful shell. Yes, most powerful force of nature. The ocean blows me away. It really makes me think about life. Look at this little clam situation. I thought it was plastic at first, but it's not. You never know what you're going to see on the beach or on the beach report. Now you guys have me shelling. I think shells are so amazing. Especially when they've got the sun creating a shadow after them. Yes, makes you feel close to God. Because you know God is at the beach and everything that you're seeing here is made by nature, by the Lord. Look at how beautiful and perfect that is. And then, oh, look at this. Somebody lost his arm. You guys like shelling? Look at these white ones. They're so lovely. What's in there? I don't know. I try not to touch anything. It's not for me to touch. Shells in the sunshine. The best beach to visit in Florida. Well, James, you know, there's a lot of there's so many beaches in Florida, it's really hard to pick just one. You have to tell me more information. Like, what are you into? Do you like a quiet beach? Do you like a busy beach? Do you want to do water sports? Okay, that's disgusting, but it's just the ocean. Do you want to be up at night partying after you're at the beach? Do you want it to be quiet? Do you want to sleep at night and get up early and go shelling? You know, so many different options here in Florida. You gotta tell me more. No, Sanibel is over there. Sanibel is way past there. I'm on Fort Myers Beach. Sanibel is not that close. Florida is nothing but a big old beach. Got that right, Tyreek. There are some hills. You would be surprised to know that there are a few hills. I have seen them. There's something in the middle of Florida called the Florida Ridge, which is actually elevated. Not huge, but it's elevated, and it's where the ocean used to be. Look at this weirdness. Those look like parasites. But they're not. They're just beach things. Beach seaweed. I don't know. I'm not going to touch it or eat it. Look at the little green. Look how green it is. That's a natural green, you guys. That's green from the ocean. Look, this is a little part of a sand dollar. A rock. All sorts of crazy stuff on the beach. Stuff that you know used to be in there under the sea. I wonder if I can make sea moss with that moss. I don't know. But yes, in the middle, Florida Ridge. Look it up. I've taken you guys there. My husband's horse lives right off the Florida Ridge. We'll be going there at some point. My friend who is taking care of Ray's horse, who owns Ray's horse actually, she taught me about the Florida Ridge. She knows everything. Look at this. Look at the color of the seaweed. So beautiful. And then there's these guys. Look at their big spindly legs, and the wave just goes right over. They don't even care. I love the birds and observing them. I really wish I had some dolphins jumping out of the water for you. You keep your eyes open, you never know, you may see them. They're out there. They do allow me to get pretty close, it's true. I wonder why. Maybe because they know I won't hurt them. Alright, you guys, well, I'm going to be in Fort Myers for the next few days. So, get used to Fort Myers, I think until Thursday. And then I'm heading back to the East Coast. Because that's what I do, back and forth, all over Florida. But I'm working on a lot of projects this week, so stay tuned for that. They know my spirit is good. They should. Go see Ant. You know, I went to see Ant the last time I was here, 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't in town. But you're right, one of these days I'll have to cross paths with the Ant. I know where he is. I mean, I know where the shop is. Well, I'm not a real Floridian. I originally was raised in Pittsburgh, but for the last 11 years, I certainly have become a Floridian. And I love this state much more than I ever loved Pennsylvania. I'm really vibing with the whole Florida scene. And the beach report, it's probably the best thing I've ever done. Speaking of which, if you're new to the beach report, please like and subscribe. There is no other show like it on the internet, and there's no AI involved. Hi, John. Yes, I have definitely adapted to Florida. And it's funny you should say that as well, Tyreek, because I adapt to everywhere that I am. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years, and I had to adapt to that. So I think that is one of the most special things about being a human, is being adaptable. Because there are a lot of people who are not adaptable, and I think it wreaks havoc on their lives. I've been in Florida 40 years this July. Wow. I'm glad that you're enjoying, Tyreek. I'm sure you will come back, right? How do you know I'm not AI? That's a very good question, Powder. Thank you for asking it, because I was thinking about that. Actually, I've been doing the Beach Report for about 11 years. So a lot of the people you see on this show right now have been following me for a very long time. They can tell you that I'm not AI. Do I seem like AI? Yeah. Jill doesn't have any lovers. I'm old. Thank you, Tyreek, and I looking forward to seeing everybody again. Please return if you're nice and respectful. Look at these birds. I just love the seagulls. It always seems like there's more birds here on the West Coast than there are on the East Coast. Yeah, Janet knows. Janet, how many years have you been following me? Thank you, Tyreek. I'll always tell you the truth. All I ask is that you just respect me and everybody else on the Beach Report, and also be mindful of the fact that the Beach Report has a teenager group. And I don't see any of my teens on right now, but always be mindful. They are who we are living for, actually. They're the most important people in the world, the teenagers right now. My heart goes out to them. Powdered lived in Tampa for a few years, and Palm Harbor another 2 years. Yeah, Janet, you're one of my long-term. I gotta meet you. All right, Charlene, get your swimsuit. It's a little bit chilly in the air, but this lady does not care. She's a little fishy. I keep seeing her get in the water. I think she's had a bit to drink, but she is certainly feeling herself today. Oh, Mark, my Valentine's Day was off the hook wonderful. It was more wonderful than I could have imagined. I had the love of friendship. I had the love of the Lord. It was just wonderful. I felt so much love. You guys, have you noticed the birds in Florida are the same birds on hieroglyphs from Egypt? No, I did not notice that. Especially with the way the world is going, I definitely feel for the younger generation. It's Tyreek, we can't just feel for them. You know what? We have to help them. And I know it's hard because they are not the most personable people in the world. And that's because of the computers. I am convinced that the best thing that can happen to us is one of those EMPs that takes out the electromagnetic grid. I think all of the computers, all of the technology, for the most part, is destroying our society. And it's turning the kids' minds into blobs. What? Wait. What happened? Yeah. Did I see someone asking about my books? If you're interested in my books, please go to my website, jillbooks.com. I'm advertising 3 books there, but I have published 4 books. 2 of them not written by me, and 2 of them written by me. Yes, I'm an author. I love to talk about it. USA goes to Tarpon Springs, where Quaker Patriots, when Quaker parrots are passing through. Oh yeah, we get the most amazing birds, and the migratory birds are so wonderful to watch. And there are birds that look like parakeets in Fort Lauderdale. They might even be parakeets, or maybe they're the Quaker parrots of which you speak. We think we are progressing, but truly we are digressing. Tyreek, we are digressing, and I'm not happy about it, and I feel that we have to do something. My memory does serve me well. I remember you saying you are an author. I am an author. I am a journalist. I'm an editor. It is Jill, Jill, and then books, BOOKS, all one word, .com. One of my followers will put it up there for you. It's kind of hard for me to see. It's very bright right now. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, one of my followers should put that up for you. I have the best moderators and followers. JillBooks.com. Thank you, Nicole. Don't forget the .com. But I think we all know about that. So yes, I'm publishing other people's books. It's a slow process. I am very choosy about who I work with because I can be. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's kind of crazy to be an author these days. You know, everybody's writing with AI and everything, and I'm the anti-AI. And if you want to write a book, I don't suggest that you use AI because it will not make your book good. There are ways that you, thank you so much, Nicole, there are ways that you can use AI to be helpful, but you can't rely on it to write for you. For instance, it will lie and it will make things wrong and it'll really frustrate you. You know, they say a dog is man's best friend outside of a book. That is because inside of a dog it's too dark to read you. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Maverick's anti-AI. Well, you all who don't like AI, you're in the right place because I just turned 60 years old last November. And I am so well aware of my age, but in a good way, in the fact that I have skills that most people will never have now because of AI and because of all the machines and things that you won't learn to do, like writing in cursive. Maverick, 51 this month? 60, is that a 5 or a 1? It's hard for me to say. I think that's a 5. Anyway, yeah, you're Gen X along with me. I'm your Gen X leader, by the way. But I do think it is very important that we teach our children well, and we teach them what life is like when you have to do things for yourself. Oh, well, welcome back. November 30th, David. I wrote a whole book about it. It's called Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? I'm all about birthdays. I was adopted as a little baby. I was relinquished from my mother at the moment I was born. And I never got over it. How do you ever get over that? Mark says at 60 years old, I went back to college for 3 years to finish up a music degree. All the kids use AI and computers. Monday night, forget to use that. Is that damn brain? Or, wait, Dr. Mark from New York. Yeah, you got to use your brain. You know, if you don't use it, you will lose it, unfortunately. And it doesn't help you to have somebody do things for you. I don't think that helps you ever. I just heard a tuba. Did you hear a tuba? I know that there is a dude who plays the tuba on Fort Myers Beach. I had seen him. There's also a pirate that walks around. It's crazy. Fort Myers is a little bit wacky. Would you guys like to go down there? Let's go. Let's go look at the craziness. I think Tuba Man's over there somewhere. Tell me if it's too windy. All the snowbirds are here. It's nice to meet you, Terry. I'm glad this is the highlight of your day. I want to make content that lets you guys know that we are all in this together. And there are no creepy machines around. It's just me. I definitely hear Tuba Man. I do not see Tuba Man, but I hear Tuba Man. Well, Valentine's Day is over. We're moving along. What do we have next? March. Oh boy. Well, March is a very, very big month in South Florida. Very big. Because it's spring break. And St. Patrick's Day is always very busy here. On the East Coast, on the West Coast. Dodie says, my son just graduated with a nursing degree, so we had to use a sprain. But his roommate literally got his whole degree with an AI. Never even went to class. Are you kidding me? You know what, Dodie? That reminds me of one of the reasons why I don't want to fly anymore. Because of AI, or not AI, but DEI. Look at this sweet little sandcastle. I don't trust the pilots who maybe are pilots only because they check some boxes. I mean, weren't they, right before President Trump got reelected, weren't they even looking for air traffic controllers who were blind, you know, to qualify their boxes, to check their boxes, that they're handicapped, let's give them a job as an air traffic controller? Like, what? This place is crazy. Darla, the world's tallest leprechaun. Everyone knows that. And then there's me. Hello! I got my poncho on. Oh wait, I hear him again. I hear Tuba Man. I see Tuba Man! Tuba Man is right there. Look, you guys. Look, it's Tuba Man. See him with his tuba? I told you I heard Tuba Man. After being with these young boys and girls in college, I realized that this is not the fault of this. They were never taught how to write cursive. They were introduced to computers and cell phones. You know, Mark, that is my point. It's not their fault. However, especially as they get older, they need to understand that there are things that they need to learn. Is this girl gonna run into the water? You never know. Sometimes I see people just top speed running towards the water and into it. And you never really know who's gonna do that. And here's Tuba Man. Here it comes. Oh wow, these girls are, my goodness, my goodness. Oh, the young girls these days. And Tuba Man is going for it. He's playing Stand By Me. He is literally playing Stand By Me. When the night is long and the and the moon is the only light we see. Look, it's Tuba Man. I found him. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. Tuba Man's not very friendly. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. He didn't look friendly. Stand by me. What is that on the beach? I got to know. You never know what you're going to find on the beach when you think about all the hurricanes and the houses and everything, because it all went somewhere. Oh, that's off of a boat. Yeah. Okay. It's nothing that is a person or anything. Just a float from a boat. Tuba Man thinks seems to be concerned that I'm behind him. Yeah, pray for him. That's all we can do. Look, those girls are dancing to Tuba Man's song. They loved it. I'll bet he's nice to them. It's a boat bumper, right, surfboard. And then there is a party of the young people over here. My goodness. Okay, this is another thing about Fort Myers Beach. And I know it's the beach and the girls have bikinis on, but on the street they're in bikinis. On the street, just walking down the sidewalk, basically naked. But it's okay, they look good. They do look good. Oh, be nice, Javin. Be nice. Don't be rude. They're all somebody's daughter. And never shame anyone for their size. We women and men, sometimes we're fat, sometimes we're thin. He's playing Stand By Me again. It's right. And the land is gone, and the ocean is the only sight we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear just as long. What? Yes, clearly. I'm a YouTuber. Same. So he apparently is walking down the beach looking for money. That's how he does it. He plays Stand By Me day and night for tips. You know what? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm walking on the beach doing the beach report for tips as well, so. We've all gotta pay the bills, don't we? And if I could play the tuba, I would. I think he owns that tuba. Yeah, everybody's looking for something. He has one more payment on his tuba, right? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should have given him the 20 cents that I made today on Facebook. Because I'm laughing because it's true. I literally made 20 cents today on Facebook. Woo woo. No, I'm gonna figure that out if it kills me. I'm just saying. Wait, I shouldn't say things like that. Be careful what you say. Your body is listening. His payments are cheap. You guys are the funniest. Oh my gosh. So not right. What are my plans tonight? Well, I really got to get to work. I really have a lot of projects that I'm working on. And I am trying to figure out this whole social media situation. All I can say is I love the beach report, and I love doing the beach report, and it's been a part of my life for the past 11 years. But I'm thinking maybe someday it will even make money. I don't know. Oh, Mark, that's so nice. I never found the Lord because he wasn't lost and because he found me first. That's so wonderful. You guys are awesome. Yeah, you were the lost one. Wow. That reminds me of a song. Shall we all sing it together and look at the sunset? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. was blind, but now I see. Like how it's so windy, it makes the waves like kind of do wispy things. Oh, I love you too. That beautiful sunset. It's not going to be so great afterwards because there are no clouds in the sky. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, but I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. Yes, Mark. Yes, that's right. That is so right. Oh my gosh. I was just telling somebody about the history of Amazing Grace. That it was written by a man who was captured in the hold of a slave ship about 300 years ago. And he believed he was about to die. And he was a pretty bad dude too. And he was a ship's captain. And he repented, wrote that song, and actually became a minister. Good call, Mark. Yes, the sun rises and the sun sets, they all look the same. And reminded me of another song. Is this the little boy I carry? Little girl I carry? Is this the little boy I play? Doo-doo-doo. I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she grow to be a beauty? When did he get to be this tall? Ooh, wasn't it yesterday when they were small? So small. Do 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 do. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Swiftly fly the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I hope to ease their way? Now they must learn from one another, day by day. They look so natural together, just like two newlyweds should be. Is there a canopy in store for me? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflower, blossoming even as we gaze. You want to hear that one, all a postma? Hey, Miracle, I can do it. Dear Lord, you made many, many poor people. Now I realize, of course, that it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So would it be so wrong if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle 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 dum, all day long I'd bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle 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 dum. If I were a very, very rich, idle, diddle, diddle, diddle man, I'd build a big, tall house with the rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one tall staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. If I were a rich man, diddle 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 dum. If I were a very, very rich, idle diddle 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 man, I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the seventh day and night. If I were a rich man. Oh, look, they're having a baby moon. You know what that is? That's a honeymoon before your baby's born. How precious is that? Diddle 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 dum. If I were a very, very rich man. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. And that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle 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 dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. But would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Yeah, I'm sorry. You never know, I'm going to break into song. It's what I do. We are in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Welcome. Welcome to sunset time. It's twilight time. Hey, Joseph. Alright, you guys. I am going to say ciao for now and head on over to my Facebook family. So if you are one of them, please join me. But I'm not a singer. I just play one on YouTube. So if you don't like it, then you should go elsewhere because these people like it. It is what it is. It's a beautiful place to live. All right, you guys, love you all. Tell all your friends about the beach report. Ciao for now.